Good afternoon, passport holders. Today, February 16, 2017, day 839 of the vlogs, and it's kind of been a weird one, all things said and done. So obviously I stayed out last night helping a friend with a bunch of stuff. In all of that, though, I ended up losing the magnet for the Lumo lift. I've already ordered a replacement and should be here tomorrow. And so yeah, it's kind of one of those things where yeah, it's been a crazy like 24 hours. That said, I'm continuing to grind through things. I've already handled Ask DailyVee 241, a couple of shorties. Clintus's vlog is now taken care of. The missing day vlog from me has been edited, exported, uploaded, and is now, I believe, processing, going to be live any minute. And then obviously I've got yesterday's vlog to do as well. I've got DailyVee 160 to do, which is thankfully only 10 and a half minutes, so I'll take care of that. And then I've got kind of the Daymond John Fireside chat, the BioGuard chat, which, 49 and 96 minutes respectively. I should be able to get both of those done and dusted this afternoon. I'm hoping this afternoon, this evening. And then obviously I'll have current day stuff. So Clintus's vlog from today, DailyVee from today, 161. So, if I can turn and burn on these things, there's an entire chance, especially the fact that I can use one of the tools that allows me to watch back and do final kind of review at 2x normal speed, which I don't like doing, but in this case I need to clear the board, especially with these long form talks that have been in there for almost 4 days now. If I can do that, then I'll be much better off. So, I hope you guys are having a great Thursday as this is being recorded, a great Friday if you're watching on day of release. Let's get this one started. Coming up on 3:40 at this point, and where are we at? Well, just finished DailyVee 160, sent that back to the team. Clintus's captions just came in for today. I also did yesterday's captions for Clintus as well, so that is super positive. I'm now on to today's content, minus the keynotes. With Clintus's captions already back, as you can see behind me, the line leveler is running, and then DailyVee 161 did get released early because D-Rock and Gary are out in Ireland and now in Belgium at this point. So I'm super excited about that because that makes things super simple for me. Even though it's a 26-minute episode, that means that the board is where it's at right now. So my hope is I can do Clintus's episode. I'm going to go take a nap because I'm like flat out exhausted after being up all night. I slept for, an hour between 5 and 6, and then I slept for about 2, we'll call it an hour and a half between like 10:30 and noon. So I would like to just get a little more sleep in there because now I know what the board consists of. So if I can finish that, then that just gives me DailyVee 161, which is 27 minutes, and then these 2 keynotes, which I'm going to use a new method since I can, and these are longer. I have a tool that will allow me to do final reviews at 1.5 or 2x real-time speed, which, so long as I can see that everything's lining up appropriately, I can move faster than 1x. And if I can, especially on that 100-minute talk, it's going to make a huge difference. All right, guys, coming up on, 9:40 at this point? I've put in an hour and a half on DailyVee 161 after waking up and grabbing some dinner. Just did another fast food run, just simple, quick, easy, let's go. I've got about another 5 minutes left on this video, but I need to stop and finish eating that dinner because I wasn't super hungry to begin with, but I knew I needed to eat. So it was one of those things where, kind of the events of the last 24 hours have been super stressful, and when I get stressed, I simply do not eat. That's one of those DNA things that is so repeated inside my paternal side of the family that we all do it. Like, all of us. When stress happens, we just hunker down and we don't get hungry and we work the problem until it gets resolved. And in this case, problem's been resolved, but I've been recovering from all of the lack of sleep and whatnot. And so I'm still stressed about a couple of other little things, obviously the Q being one of them, but that does look like it's going to hit the end of the line. If not tonight, tomorrow for sure. And then I've got a call with Claude Silver, the Chief Heart Officer of VaynerMedia, tomorrow at noon. So I'm kind of excited to try and clear the board before that at bare minimum. My hope is that the night work session will allow me to get through all this stuff. Like I said, though, I am going to use a new piece of technology that I've leaned against using in a lot of ways, which is the 2x final review. I'm going to try that on this episode. I'm going to try that on the Daymond John interview and see how it goes. If it works and it works well, then I will use it for the BioGuard interview, which is the 100-minute interview as well. So if you include start-stop times, right, if I can speed up the watchback time, I can't speed up the actual work time, then we're probably looking at instead of 3 to 5x for final review, we're looking at 1.5 to 3x on runtime with corrections. So if I can do that with something like this, which is a 30-minute video, instead of taking 45 minutes an hour in order to do, and I can actually crash that down to a full half hour, I can start to really save a bunch of time, which would be tremendous as we kind of move much more towards me handling just the bigger episodes, the DailyVees, the Ask Gary V's, and the keynotes, and while allowing the video editors to do the closed captioning for all of the shorties. All right, guys, 3 a.m. hard cutoff time. I am 26 minutes in on this 49-minute talk. The reason why it took longer was because the 2x method just simply didn't work with this file, with the way that the audio levels between Daymond John and Gary are so varied, and that there were some pretty obvious errors in the earlier files in the recombination, so it cascaded all the way through, and I couldn't fix it cleanly. That stated, halfway done, and did that in about 90 minutes. After midnight, and so I'm gonna probably just do 5 hours sleep, 6 hours sleep, wake up, handle that, and then start to make a dent on that BioGuard one as soon as possible. Obviously, I've got the call with Claude tomorrow, and then after that, there's nothing else on the board except for new content as it comes up. So I should have 5 videos that come live tomorrow. And so I should be able to kind of handle those in time and do everything I can to try and finish up the queue so that I can go into what is supposed to be a long weekend for everybody else and won't be for me because I have daily content producers. So we'll see kind of how this all goes. But I'll say thank you so much for your time and your attention. I appreciate them both. And remember, you never stumble upon opportunity by standing still. So go do cool stuff. Bye for now.